Okay, I wanted to do a small video to do a quick review of this book, Homesteading. In the calm eye of the storm, a therapist navigates his complex PTSD. And this is, as it says here, a memoir and a companion to complex PTSD from surviving to thriving. And he doesn't mention it on the cover, but his other book, The Tale of Fully Feeling, which I'm just about to run a Thursday morning group on. I'm really looking forward to it. I've run a group a few times on this book, and I love the work of Pete Walker. It really complements the earlier sort of pioneers of John Bradshaw, P.M. Melody, Patrick Carnes, and speaks into the modern traumatologists, the brain spotters and EMDR and Pete Levine and Pat Ogden and all the wonderful folks that work somatically through the body. David Grand within the brain spotting, that so he brings those worlds together, the early pioneers of the recovery movement and the frontiersmen of today. I loved Homesteading. I like Pete Walker. When I read it, I relate to the story personally, and the things he references, and it's lovely. But this book is like two biographies, and he states that at the beginning. And the first part of the book was sort of how he ran away from his family, quite adventuresomely, through traveling around the world, and even living in Australia and studying in Australia was sort of really brought it close to home for us. And yeah, it was good to sort of read that running. I've got my own version of running when I was an active addict, and chasing, with music and sex, drugs and rock and roll, and all that era of my life, when I look back, was just crazy. And then he talks about when he finally started to stop running and turn in and face things, and that started with studying in Australia and then going back to America and starting his work with others, and the way that he came up with the material in complex PTSD from surviving to thriving, and the tools he developed, he used on himself first, and I really relate to that. I mean, I've taught everything I've needed to know, and gosh, when I go back 20 odd years running men's retreats, we were flying by the seat of our pants, but we just knew we needed to connect, knew that we needed to put all we had into recovery. And I'm still amazed to this day how the complex PTSD symptoms I have can get triggered and still come up as flashbacks, and I still use Pete's tools. And as recently as my wife's birthday, and really had that flashback of spending my childhood feeling like nothing I got my mother was ever good enough, and just having to sort of share that with my wife. And she was happy. She'd got chickens. She had already built the coop. She was a bit sad on that day that we were in COVID-19 lockdown and we couldn't have a party and stuff, but that wasn't on me. It wasn't about me. And to be able to practice the tools out of the complex stress book, and sort of be able to share what was going on, and to tell, instead of hiding it out of shame, so many tools where Pete would say that's an endangerment attack and my abandonment's been triggered, and then sort of reaching out for connection instead of hiding away due to shame. So if you are out there and you, for some reason, click on this video and you are really wondering about what tools are out there, I just highly recommend this book. And if you're looking at this YouTube channel, just look in the other videos and you'll see a whole bunch of stuff I've already put there to sort of steer people towards this resource. If you already are a fan of Pete Walker's and you want to involve yourself in groups, I will be running a group in the Fully Feeling book, and that starts next week on a Thursday morning, and I'll let someone else know, but that's another great investment. And if you've got those books and you love Pete Walker, you simply mightn't know about this one, which is Homesteading, and it's a great read. And I just read a John Eldridge book about getting your life back and slowing down. It was really nice to at night put the phone down and not have any devices and just read a print copy book and get into story, and not be as give my attention and affection to something instead of distraction. So short and sweet, 5-minute video tonight. I have got a couple of new groups starting next week. A PM Melody group on the steps from Breaking Free. The Tale of Fully Feeling, as I said, these are on the website. Please look them up. And, in this time of lockdown, it can be, grinding on us a little bit, even though we're all doing Zoom stuff and all online and reaching out. It can still be tough. So yeah, reach out to others, get connected, talk about how you feel. It can be overwhelming right now, and be gentle with your heart. And yeah, reach out to us if we can help you at all with Steve Stokes Counseling. Yeah, please contact us. We'd love to help in any way. Bye.